I'm sorry, it's dark. Hey, T-Star. Now, I know this is a whole different kind of video because y'all never in these last, 2 years made any kind of live stream video about anything, relating to Hollywood or major entertainment news. Y'all so used to me talking about ride sharing and taxes, but I just had to come on and express my views about this R. Kelly case. And let me tell you the reason why. Because during the day, my other gig job, Zifty and responding to emails and looking at YouTube videos throughout the day, because I don't have cable anymore at home. So, I look at Hulu, or mostly my entertainment in terms of watching TV programs seems to gear towards YouTube, watching YouTube channels. And so, and then there was so many videos out about R. Kelly and the whole situation. And I said, you know what? My mind was so occupied today about looking at the segments that Gayle King interview with R. Kelly and that whole mess of R. Kelly interviewing, with Gayle King. Man, I just got through watching not even the whole entire interview, just the segment, and I was like, this nigga is plumb crazy. He was I was like, oh my God. But after watching it and seeing how much of a fool he was, let me tell you what really got me messed up was the two girls who is in R. Kelly's presence. They've been with him for 4 years. Now, if I haven't heard any stupid, retarded, I thought R. Kelly with that carrying on, nobody believes me, and people lying on me, and jumping up and down like he was about to dang jump on Gayle. The video that I saw with the two girls, the savage, the father who's in Atlanta saying that his daughter's being brainwashed with R. Kelly, and then the other parent, I think they live in Florida, with their daughter being in the presence of R. Kelly. And they've been with him, I think they were like, one had to have been 17 at the time, and the other one, they must have been about 17, or they just turned 18, and now they 23. Boy, I thought R. Kelly interview was a mess. Those two bitches, they were like, oh God. You know what? They were, when he got arraigned last week, they were with him, supporting him, and saying, oh, they're the girlfriends, we both love him. And after I saw that damn interview, just go on YouTube and you will see the two girls, and they interviewed, and it was like, he's not keeping us savage, our parents are liars, and this and that. I was like, bitch, I wanted to just like jump on the damn TV, on the damn phone screen, and choke the shit out of those bitches. I was like, bitch, where's your fuck, I was like, oh my God. Ugh. I am just so astounded. I said, you know what? I watch a lot of different people videos, YouTube videos, and I kind of geared away from the ride sharing gigs, YouTubers. I don't even watch those anymore, to be honest with you. Terry Tips. I occasionally watch them, but all those YouTube videos I've been watching for the last going 2 years of ride sharing gigs and people experiences, it's kind of got you know, kind of got boring. And I just went back to watching just a whole new segment of YouTubers, you know, mainly the ones who were talking about, you know, they the bloggers or vloggers of entertainment and you know, pop culture, I guess you could say. But man, I ain't never heard of no foolishness in my life. Just today, just looking at different videos, I was like, you know, this is a hot mess. And then I'm so, you know, it's so stupid that it's like I almost literally spent like, I think I would probably be on YouTube for hours, just like it's regular TV, 6-7 hours just watching different videos. And I know YouTube got a feature when, you know, if you on there too long, you know, they got a timer, you know, like they say, oh, it's time for you to get off the social media of YouTube, because sometimes you get too, you know, you get too wrapped up in these dang YouTubers. But I was like, dang, I'm sorry it's dark, but I said, dang, can you imagine about 6 months from now when they start the trial of R. Kelly trial? They're gonna be on national damn TV, if not international, but it probably be more national. Can you imagine? They're gonna probably advertise that on national TV. Ooh, that's gonna be some good TV watching when that trial comes ahead. I hope they get it televised to the trial. I may have to get my dang cable back just to tape it. But it's gonna be a mess. Oh my goodness. You know, I've been watching Tasha K. I don't know, some of y'all may not even know who it is, but she was you know, she's in Atlanta, and she started talking. She was maybe one of the first bloggers that really got into talking about this R. Kelly situation, and really and this was before the documentary. If anyone watched Surviving R. Kelly, way before that came out earlier this year, this is a YouTuber, you know, she was really into the story. You know, she interviewed the victims apart. You know, even you think about our O.J. Simpson case, you know, how they just seem to manipulate these lawyers who defend these stars, I guess you could say, and turn the story around against the victim. Oh, why was she wearing this? She asked for it, and why did she stay in the room? And she went out with him, and you know, I mean, it's just a bunch of foolishness. And for so long, victims were victimized, and especially high-profile cases, that now you have to kind of wonder. You know, you have to wonder, because I know this R. Kelly case, you know, I've heard about that for the last 20-something years, you know, with him marrying Aaliyah. She was underage. You know, why was that so ignored? You know, people, you know, they were cheering on R. Kelly, and he got away. Scott got away. I mean, you know what? When you do things wrong, you may dodge the legal system of not being convicted, but that doesn't mean you're innocent. That just simply means you were able to not have, I ain't gonna say enough evidence to convict you, but if you have the right argument, the right lawyer, that knows how to twist a story. It's not to say that you were innocent or they didn't prove the case. It just means that your case just was not strong enough to convict. Now, I don't know who they're gonna get to sit on this trial with R. Kelly's case. I don't know who's gonna even, who are they gonna find? Or even if they go to trial, I don't know. I just know one thing. It's just gonna be some great entertainment when it's all said and done. It's gonna be something. When this case finally goes to court and hopefully it's on TV, it's gonna be a whole lot of things that's gonna come out from this. When they finally got Bill Cosby for the years and years of drugging those women and put him in Molly and all that kind of, he got away the first time, but the second time, you ain't gonna keep getting away with stuff like that. Let me tell you, it may happen 20 years down the road. See, it's gonna all come to light. Anything untruthful, anything, oops, I'm sorry, I'm about to go in this Kroger real quick. Anything that you do wrong, you may think you're gonna get away with it. You may get away with it one time, but you're not gonna, but it ain't gonna keep constantly, you're gonna just get away with it. You're not. And that's why I think that with this Trump situation too, I heard in someone's YouTube video, Manafort got 4 years, and that's gonna come to light. He may go to jail for 4 years, trying to take the fall for Trump, basically. But anything that whole situation, anything with that situation, with whatever Trump did or whatever the case may be, with voter tampering and that faulty elections or whatever, that ain't gonna, let me tell you, it's just a matter of time before the full story and truth come out about that. The full truth is gonna come out. It may not happen this year, it may not happen next year, but it's gonna come out. And when that comes out, it's gonna be really something, See, so when people, just be a little bit patient when it comes to certain issues and cases. All right, y'all, hold on for a moment. All right, hold on, y'all. Put the phone down. I'll be back. I'm back. Washing my hands. What y'all doing anyways? And who's on here? 7 people. Alright. I'm back. Whew. What is this? Well, anywho's, I just, I've been just so glued to the YouTube channels of this R. Kelly situation. And, man, I know one thing. Gayle King, Oprah's BFF, she needs to get a Grammy for that interview. I'll tell you, that was maybe one of the best interviews ever in regards to how she handled herself. Boy, when I saw, parts of it, I didn't see the whole thing yet. Wait a minute, how much is this? $5.49. I need to get one of these. That case, I'm telling you, I don't know what to think about this whole entire situation other than it just makes you aware that, let me show you one of the things I'm doing that I'll be doing when I say I'll be doing my survey.com. One of the things I do is this. You see this display? That's one of the things that I do. And this is one of the stores I normally go to and set up the displays. And $1.99. Yeah, so that's one of the displays that I do. And I walk around this supermarket and I take capture of different displays, and $12.50 an hour. And normally it takes me about maybe about 2 hours, maybe less, depending on how fast I go about doing it. But that's one of the things. Let me see. Ain't nobody say no kind. Those girls have Stockholm syndrome. I saw the interview. I don't know what those girls got, but whatever they got, it's just plumb crazy. I was like, ugh. That interview with those girls was a mess. I mean, they honestly think that they would just come up and say, my parents, they lying. And one just broke down crying. And the first thing, I don't know if anybody ever addressed it, but down the road, when he gets convicted and he goes to prison, and he obviously don't have no money. What's going to happen to those 2 girls? Do they honestly think that they going to be able to live in that house and live however they're going to live? They said, Robert, he takes care of us. I mean, really, what the hell? What are they going to be doing? I don't know in what capacity are they even serving him. I mean, it's just the fact that they just came out, went to court, and they just cleaned up good, and and it was like, we both love him, and he probably turned them out. He probably had each of them turn each other out. And because in one of the documentaries, Jocelyn, the other girl, he was straight up turning turning her into a boy, into a dude. Cut off all her hair, dressed her like a dude, had all these tattoos on, and that was in the documentary. And then now when you see her, she's all glammed up. You know, I know that's a weave or a wig, because it ain't her real hair. And put makeup on her, and I mean, and I'm telling you, it's other people that needs to be involved and get convicted too. R. Kelly didn't do all this by himself. Trust me. The road manager, and that was another stupid interview that I've encountered. The guy who wrote a book about, you know, with R. Kelly, and he wasn't interviewed by Gayle King or anybody. He was interviewed by one of those bloggers. He was fucking ridiculous too. He was, you know, he was just lying through his teeth. He went to prison because he basically stole the credit card, used the credit card, and he went to jail. And he decided he wanted to write a book. Obviously, nobody really picked it up. And then he was on, it was last week, he was on there with one of the bloggers. She's asking him a question. He getting all offended. And, you know, like he's guilty, crying and carrying on. And shame Aaliyah's name. Ain't nobody shame no Aaliyah. You know? He sit there crying and carrying on like a damn, you know that? I mean, black folks get on your fucking nerves sometimes. They really do. They get on your goddamn nerves because 20 years ago when I first, you know, when I really started hearing about this issue with this situation with R. Kelly, and I was like, who did they niggas? They getting paid. As long as they got their palm greased, that's how he got away the first time in court. If you ever saw that cartoon called Boondocks, and they did a little thing about in a cartoon on R. Kelly, and it had all those black folks cheering him on and cooning and carrying on, and free R. Kelly. He's, you know, he innocent. He innocent. You know, and dragged that case on for 4 years. Dragged it on. That's how he got away, palming and greasing people's hands with money. Now that nigga ain't got shit. Broke as hell. That's what happened. And all the people who were getting paid, they no longer were getting paid. And therefore, there was like somebody miraculously sent a videotape to the district attorney's office. They don't even make VH1 tapes anymore. So how the hell you got a VH1 tape? They don't even have those tapes. They don't even have things like that anymore. I mean, you could probably still make it if you got a VH camera and the tape, and you could make it. But somebody so miraculously made a tape and mailed it off to the district attorney. You know they fucking black. You know they gotta be black. Don't know shit. They ain't know how to, you know, and says, ooh, I got me a VH1 tape. Let me make me a copy. Don't even know how to do a digitized copy. So they gonna do a VH tape recorder. Dumbass niggas. You know, I mean, black folks get on your fucking nerves at times and do stupid shit. You could tell just by the intelligence of some of the things, you know, they do. And I ain't trying to be bad and bash black folks, but you know it had to been. You know it had to been somebody old school, probably that day ex-bodyguard that didn't show his face in the documentary. He probably had the tape, kept it on, didn't get no money from the documentary from HBO or VH1 or what is it, Showtime or whatever network it was. He probably didn't get no money, and the first person who came about R. Kelly's life when he was a teenager, he used to be he was at the high school, and he used to take pictures, and he was the videographer, and he was his personal assistant, and then he went to jail for stealing. And he been with R. Kelly, what he said he was, how long he been with him? 10 years, I think. And then he was down on his luck, talking about He had to feed his babies and he had to feed his family. Therefore, that's why he stole. He was the only one who, you know, when he said he was taking pictures and videos, that dumb nigga was the one who gave those tapes to the DA after he didn't get paid from surviving R. Kelly story, and then that so-called book that he wrote didn't capture any it didn't capture any heat on terms of sales and stuff. He was the one who probably gave those tapes about a month ago, a few weeks ago, and gave it to the DA and said, "Ooh, I got the tape." He the only one, and he's an old man, so you know he ain't know nothing about no dang digital nothing. VH1 tapes. I was like, who the hell does? Who got a VH1 tape? I probably have VH1 tapes in my garage and don't even have no way of playing it. You know, he probably had the tape. You say, ooh, he made me a copy, because you know, some of these old broke ass niggas, they keep their old crap and don't know how to do a tape. You know what it is. And then they saw the tapes, and they saw it clear as day. They've been saw those tapes clear as day from the last trial. So about that ain't him. That ain't look like that. Ain't, you know, That was just plain crazy. I was like, oh dang, I just can't stand stupid shit. I can't stand stupid stuff. And then, you know, but I'm sure all up in the YouTube channels, this all day, you know, hours at a time. I'm probably, you know, working on other things, and I'll be sitting there watching YouTube, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple days, watching that stuff, watching that crap. But I tell you one thing, I sure like to. I can't wait till that trial come along. That gonna be something. That gonna be something else, I could tell you. But it's gonna probably take a good 6 months before they really do anything. Before they go to trial and all that stuff. But I sure found it amazing how so many people just came out the woodwork. I just got to skipping the channel, the nutritionist, R. Kelly nutritionist speaks out. I'm like, goddamn. Who the other people gonna speak out? Who's next to come out? The brother gonna come out of prison and he gonna probably start talking again with his dumb ass. You know, the dumbass niggas. Well, that's his preference. You know, my preference was older women. And, you know, maybe his preference. Nigga, if you don't shut the hell up, that's why your dumb ass in prison right now, the older brother. To my preference of older. You know, he got preference of older women, and maybe his brother, that's how his preference is. You know, you might want to just like kind of like dang kick some niggas in the throat sometimes. So some of the stupid shit that I be, you know, that you see and hear. Just, you know, just shut up. Just playing dumb. And I was like, dang, they sure bring out the most stupidity and the most dumbest stuff. You know, with all these people that's, you know, I'm like, oh God, you know, the ex-wife, let me tell you, she came out, you know, had a YouTube video, she talking about, that's my baby daddy, and my baby daddy, and it, you know, ain't nobody can talk, it's the, what they call it, the ghetto, what did she say, ghetto code, it's the code, you know, I'm like, bitch, shut up, you know, driving around Atlanta, talking about the code and my baby daddy and you know, but then a year ago she up there crying and carrying on somebody's TV show. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, oof. You know, so many people, boy, just because you got money or you got a little bit of change, you sure can't take the dang ghetto niggerish mentality out of them. You would think that you would have a little bit of class, but nope. So many people, boy, I swear. They sound just as dumb and stupid and ignorant. You know? That's why I mean, that's gonna be just entertainment. I just hope they those. Then remember that show, that network, they had all the trials and they would show all the live trials. But I don't even think that's on TV anymore. Shoot, that thing gonna be right up on the CNN all day, every day. I can't wait. I hope that's on the they open that trial and put it on TV. I hope, just like they did with the OJ case. Boy, we gonna see some ignorant, dumbass niggas getting on the dang stage. I ain't know nothing about it. Cause you know, they're not just gonna get him. They're not gonna just get R. Kelly. They're gonna get all the handlers. Anybody who knew about it and didn't say nothing, they going to jail too. That was another person. He used to be on that R. Kelly when he first came out. He was in that group. They had this one guy. He was on the YouTube channel. And they're not even interviewing with real, you know, they interviewing with these little bloggers on YouTube that got, you know, they got a lot of subscribers. They not no real people. You know, it's not like they sat in front of Oprah or Gayle King. And they was like, oh, Jesus, and you know, God. Ain't nobody asked you that question. One of the bloggers asked this one guy from that old group that R. Kelly used to be part of. He double talking, and I was like, if you don't answer that damn question that she asked you, because you know you were part of it. He was part of it. He knew too, and didn't do nothing. All of a sudden, everybody want to be sacrilegious. Oh God, Jesus, you know, you're gonna be calling God and Jesus when your ass is in prison too, right along with him. You know, I just can't stand when people be like so sacrilegious. Oh God, Jesus, oh help me. But then you ain't did shit. You know, you getting paid to. You probably was part of the probably wanted to got into the in terms of raping one of those teenage girls or boys. Cause don't think it's always about girls. They got some of these dudes were victimized too, based on this one chick. She wrote a book. I didn't buy it because, you know, I can't put my money to crazy stuff. But he was messing with young boys too, and some of his little fellas. You know, but see, those guys ain't gonna come out. They ain't gonna come out and say what they did and what R. Kelly done to them. You know, because they're a punk ass in the closet too. Remember that video R. Kelly made, In the Closet? And boy, that was another shoot. I remember when he came up with, trying to come up with that video. Man, I remember I was in college, and that was like the biggest thing on MTV, not MTV, BET. R. Kelly video, In the Closet, and it was like a movie. Man, who ever thought that when you really think about it, if you really go back on that YouTube channel when he was about In the Closet, that song he wrote, and he had a video. Man, if you really start analyzing that video, that's what they was talking about. Having sex with these underage girls and all that. You know, he was telling the story. He was telling the story in his songs. With Aaliyah's songs. Age ain't nothing but a number. You know? All those things have messages. But people, as we do, you know, I have to put myself in it too. We sit up there tapping and dancing and line dancing and doing all this kind of stuff, and meanwhile, in the meantime, all that stuff was going on. You know, who would think? Who knew? Now, I know he probably was married to Aaliyah and stuff, but you know, at the time they said, oh, she's underage. You know, you're thinking she's 17. You know, because you know they want to be fast, and you have no thought about this. 25 years later, the whole thing comes out. I was like, God dang, who knew? Who knew? But anyways, I'm home. I just wanted to make that video, just rambling about nothing. But I resume my topics again for tax talks. And I was on there the other night, and nobody was on there except for my faithful Dorian and Ruthie. And like 3 people on there on that other night. What was that? Wednesday night? Not Wednesday, Tuesday night. Oh well. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all just watching me on the screen. Let me see what they talking about. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Welcome to live chat. Da da da. We got 9 of y'all on here. Nobody saying nothing. Turn that off. Oh, I know one thing. That whole situation. It's just, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, we really don't. And my $5 tip I got a cash tip. One of my customers at the Zifty. Tonight was real slow. It was the worst payout ever today with Zifty. I did what? 5? Let me see what I did. 5 deliveries? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 deliveries, I think. And I only made $20-something. That was the worst. And then if I add the $5 cash tip, then it would have been $29 on 5 deliveries. Usually I get an average of $10 per order with Zifty. But today it was slow. And I know one person didn't tip. The minute I knew I was going to this pizza place near Northside Hospital, I had a feeling. I said, oh God. I said, I'm going to this pizza place in the middle of the, early in the week. You know, it's not like a Friday, Saturday. And I said, dang it. I said, I hope I'm not going to the hospital. And lo and behold, if I didn't go to the hospital to deliver a calzone and had no instructions or nothing, just put the hospital, you know, 2800 Johnson Ferry Road. You know how big that hospital is, and different wings and units. And I'm saying, okay, I'm going to the main entrance. What part are you in? Women's care. I'm like, oh Jesus. I had to walk all the way down just to turn around. She was on the first floor of that wing. And I was like, looking at the calzone, I said, okay. And I was like, oh God. I said, I hope she's not black. Lo and behold, open the door, black woman. And then when I saw that, I only had got $5 and some change with that delivery. Because, you know, the delivery fee and the mileage, because it was 5 miles for me to go to the, where that light coming from? It was 5 miles for me to go to the hospital from where I was. You know, that probably was what? Maybe $3.50 or $4. So that means she didn't really leave a tip. She didn't leave no tip. You know? And then after that, I was like, and then I went one person that gave me a $5 cash tip, so that was pretty good. But I was basically at my spot when I got there. I started too early for one thing. I started at 4 o'clock with Zifty. And I said, okay, it's only 4 o'clock. I said, I'm not going to start getting order until probably about 6. And lo and behold, if it wasn't 6 o'clock, I got my order. So I had 2 hours of doing nothing, but I didn't have to drive all over the place. So I just went to my normal spot and said I'll wait for a delivery to come through. And lo and behold, the order came through at this place that I know that always orders food a lot. So it wasn't a busy day. It wasn't a busy night, that's for sure. But the tips wasn't too. If that one lady, I know if she had left a tip from that hospital, because her order came up to $20. They ordered through the third party ChowNow, and usually in that scenario, you may get a tip or you may not get a tip. I don't, but I didn't do last night. I didn't work Zifty because I was like, I was doing one of my surveys at the grocery store. Then I'm all the way in Gwinnett, and then Zifty says, we're having a busy night. Jump on board and make some money. It was like 6:30, 6:35. I was like, every time I said I decide I'm not going to do Zifty, Zifty say they busy. Then when I do it, if it's not like a Friday night or Saturday, Sunday, it gets busy. But I always knew that it gets busy on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays a good time. That's just like any other food delivery app, but I always used to make at least $40. 4 deliveries. If I did 4 deliveries, I used to get, it's an average of at least $10 per order. So it could be anywhere between 7 or 8. But tonight was a pretty slow night for me to do 4. It may have been 5. No, I think it was 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was 4. It was 4 deliveries, and I only got 20. I'm looking at the back. It seemed like somebody. I got $24. That ain't good. Usually, if I get 4 deliveries with Zifty, it would be at least closer to $30 at least. So, but anywho, it is what it is. And other than that, the survey job is pretty good. I've been doing it for 2.5 years. I've been doing it going on, this is the 3rd week, and I made $540 something. I think it was $500 and something. And I had to kind of stay on top of them on a lot of things, because I was like, when I'm going to get the rest of my money? How long is it? Why is it taking? They so backed up in processing those surveys and stuff that I've done and those jobs that I've been doing, and they really slow. Now I know they pay 3 times a month, and I didn't get paid the time they said they was going to get paid. I got paid today, but it was supposed to have been paid midnight on the 6th. So this morning I woke up, I was like, okay, why my money's not in the PayPal account? I had to send them long ass messages about, y'all want, you expect me to do these assignments and you want it to be done on time, but nobody wants to follow up with the pay and who I need to speak to get this escalated. I want to number the corporate. I had to do all that, and then they paid me. They says, oh, they behind. Accounting is behind. I was like, you know what? If you're so behind, let people know that it's going to be late. Don't have me thinking and have to send emails and nobody responds until, it was just, I'm just hoping this is a hindsight. But, it's legit. But all this, these companies, they come up with a business plan and you don't have the adequate people to do something like process pay and look at pictures of surveys of the merchandising that's being done, you keep messing up like that, you ain't gonna have nobody that's gonna want to do that job. They already sent me 3 assignments to go to the nursery, which is the flower places that you could buy plants and stuff. $15 an hour to put up these seed packets in these displays. And they asked me, oh, we got 3 assignments. It's about an hour and 2 hours for each store at $15 an hour. But it's all the way in damn, it's not even in Marietta or Kennesaw. It's way Woodstock or somewhere. I was like, are you going to pay me distance pay to go that far? Because, and when did you want this to be completed? Because you have to give me some ample time. If I'm going to go out way, out of my areas, you're going to pay me some distance pay. It's not like it's not like those places was nearby. I mean, this is like 30-something miles. Just for me to get to that one store, and then there's 3 other stores that's all in the area. I said, nope. I didn't tell him no, but I didn't sure tell him yes either. So I was going to wait and see if they assign someone. But I already got 3 stores to do tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, tomorrow. At the Kroger at $15 an hour. And it's in Loganville. Now, I don't know, some of y'all may not know where is that at, but that's like 10 miles down the road. So that's not far. So I could easily go down to Loganville and go to those 3 Krogers. And it'd probably take me, I'm going to say 6 hours total. 2 hours in each store. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how badly the displays need to be done. Plus, they added some additional audits where they want you to look for certain things in the store and take a picture of, so that adds an extra time. But it's an interesting little side gig, And I know some of y'all had signed up under my link. And you have to constantly keep monitoring the areas or the places. Don't think that it's going to be 1 mile down the road. Sometimes you may have to go a little bit, 10 miles. It depends where you live. Each city is different. But once you start doing one and they see that you're starting to take on the jobs, the more you're going to be able to see other things. Now, this nursery, which is like Pike, P-I-K-E, they want to do the flowers. Now, that's a nationwide company. I know it got to be Pike in other cities. They pay $15 per hour to go there and put these little seed packets in the displays. And I was like, why do they pay so much? All you're doing is putting some pack of seeds. But I said, you know what? It might be more to that. Because there's so many seeds and so many, you probably have to sort through those things and put them in order and put them up in a certain kind of way. But they had a whole lot of those across Atlanta. And I'm going to see if they have that assignment still available. Because if I have to go to Ackworth, I could probably go the back way and calculate that if it pays me $60 total, if it's $15 per hour, and that's $90. Let me see. 15 times 6. Let's say it's 2 hours for each store. That's $90. That might be worth doing it. I'll email the person back tomorrow. I already responded and said I'll do it, but you got to give me some ample time. If I could do it on a Saturday or Sunday, then I'll go out there and do it. But if they're talking about, oh, it's due Friday, I already got something to do on Friday, so I'm not going to go and do Kroger's and do Zifty and go out there. Amazon Flex support, blah, blah, blah. My name is... Who sent me what? Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I had to read that message from Amazon Flex because I was like, where is my money that they owed me? And I saw that they had only showed off part of my direct deposit account information, but I couldn't find any of the money direct deposited. And I was like, I said, have y'all been really paying? Because I don't do Amazon, so I do Amazon so infrequently that that sometimes I don't even try to check. I don't check to see if my money is in the account. I just assume it's there. And I was like, wait a minute. I had to start looking closely, and I didn't saw that the money was in the account. And then so I sent them a message last week that there were some issues with some money not showing in my direct deposit. And what was so strange about it was it had the account number from this year, but I said I didn't remember seeing some of these transactions in my bank account, and I did a search and it didn't pull up. I was like, wait a hell minute now. I said, I know that all this time hold on, y'all, I'm trying to get my groceries out of the dang car. I said, I know that all this time that no money has not been going to my account from Amazon, and I didn't bother to check. So they were looking into my issue because I had to write a long ass email showing that, telling them some of that money has not been direct deposited. Oh, why is it so dark? All right, y'all, hold on a second. I've been on here a long time for 5 people. Alright, I'm back. Alright, well, I'm going to bed now. So,